live everywhere yet? There we go. Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Talento Martella. Actually, I'm the one and only Talent El Idolo Deportivo Taylor. This is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. We're coming at you live and direct from South Florida. We'll give you guys an update in just a little bit. It is September 28th. It is just about 9:07 at night. Folks, if you're wondering how the weather is, it's cloudy, it's windy, it's rainy, but let me let you guys know right now that as we start the show, Aaron Judge is coming up to bat again at the top of the seventh. The game is tied 3-3. Right, look at this. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, and he fouls one back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throughout the show, you may hear the wind, the rain, and everything else coming through the side. Don't you guys worry about it. Don't you guys? I appreciate your concern. Listen, this isn't my first rodeo. You understand? So we here, we good here. Like we feel safe in this space. Actually, I just remembered who was going to the side. It was you. It was you going to the side. All right. Now that we got the call-in line hooked up over there, right? We can get the people that call in. We got Instagram over here. We got Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Podbean, anything else that you can think of over here. Right? We got it all. It's another big day in the MyT Sports Podcast. Folks, okay, let's just give you a quick overview. It's about like 77 degrees. I told you it's windy, cloudy, and it's a little bit rainy. Well, you officially listen to Volume 8, Episode 9, Track 463. Of the MyT Sports Podcast. And boy, do we have a show for you today. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Aaron Judge is still up on the plate, folks. We're going to talk about the NFL playoffs. And not even so much the NFL playoffs. Who's out? And you know what? I may save this for next week. I have a feeling I may say this for next because I want to get through the quarter of the show. I want to get through a quarter of the NFL. I may push this topic back. But let you guys know, the topic is coming of which team that made the playoffs last year do you think is not going to make the playoffs this year? Keep that in mind. We're gonna play that game next Wednesday. I was gonna say Monday, but I want to wait till that Monday night game is over. Aaron Judge strikes out. It looks like. Nope. Did he? Nope. Still on plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes still. So I may leave this till next Wednesday, right? Make this part of our group conversation while we're out in the public. You know what? Let's take that note, all right? And let's stash that one away for a later day. It's gonna be a later day, 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 a later day. But it is coming. So you guys prepare for that. Not only for you guys that call it, folks. It has happened. Aaron Judge has officially hit home run number 61. Give my music. Hey yo, yes. Yes, 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 yes. But not, folks, okay, I'm gonna tell you why I'm happy, right? Not only was this almost like there's a couple of things, right? So he hits the home run record, right? So now he ties. He has officially tied the AL home run record. So he's now tied for that. One more and he breaks it. So that means he's also officially tied for the American League record, right? I mean, it's also the Yankees record. I think I just said that. I meant to say the Yankees one first. I know. You see? They're trying to tell you guys. Yo, can I get it again? Can I get it one more time for the one time? No? Yes? Okay. And I don't know if that's his parents there. I don't know if that's the people that caught the ball, but look like his parents are in the stands. Like, this is so meaningful, right? Because I've been saying this for about 2-3 weeks now, right? Probably maybe a little bit longer. That Aaron Judge getting these records, right? Getting this record. And I still want to get the all-time home run record. But the number one thing about it is that it lets everybody know that a regular person can achieve this again. That's the number one reason why I want him to get the overall record. Just so it could be known, it could be in the hearts of players and in fans again, that this is a record that is attainable by a now. Granted, they're still superhuman human beings because they're athletes, right? Like, they're still super duper because they're athletes. Let me make sure I've taken myself off of mute in Twitter. Think I did. Wait, what, my space not even started? Oh, that's right. I did back out, and then I was supposed to come back in here. Look at that. They didn't even get it. They didn't even get the call. They didn't even get the calls of calls. But gosh darn. And listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. There goes the home run. I'm sorry, that's not a home run. That's the guy pitch. That's the guy swinging after Derek Jeter. Sorry, after Aaron Judge. There goes the home run. And it was sweet too. You've seen him get the good wraparound on it too. Legs crossed in front of each other. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. 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 Can you tell I'm a little excited for this one? Right? Okay, so I was it. When it allows people to know that somebody regular can do this, right? So that's one of the reasons that I want him to break this home run record. But also for this also it's just big period, right? Like I said, you have his parents in the crowd. You had tons of New York fans, right? That over the weekend, they really was trying to get Michael K on every single call so that Michael K can get this specific call. And Michael K didn't have to do any big time in. He didn't have to stab anybody in the back. Like, he didn't the studio or basically the Yankees and Yes Network, they didn't have to come up to him and be like, hey yo, like we gonna put you in there. Like, they didn't put him in that uncomfortable position. It just happened to happen with the natural course things, and that's the way you want to see it. That is 100% the way that you want to see it. It happens in New York. It happens when Michael K is calling the game. It happens when his family is in the stands. The only thing that would have made this better is if we were doing this against the Red Sox. That's the only thing that would have made this a little bit more lit. But you know what? You take it how you get it, right? You take it how you get it. And what made that even more, did they drop it? Oh, the ass bags fans, they couldn't reel it in. Sorry, I don't mean to, but you know what? I got to. That really is funny, right? Wait, is this happening in New York? Or is this happening in Toronto? Let me take a look back. Hold up. Because I just realized there was a lot of Blue Jays fans surrounding where he hit the ball. This is not in New York. I take that back. It is not in New York. But his moms and pops are still in the stands, and Michael K is on the call. So unfortunately, Yankees fans didn't get to witness this firsthand, right? Or New Yorkers didn't get a chance to witness this firsthand. But you know what? Big up to my brudgeons up north, right? Big up to our American brudgeons to the north of the United States border. We forget sometimes, right? We really do forget sometimes that they're American too. Right? You forget, don't you? You get so caught up of your United States of America that you forget that Canadians are American too, and Mexicans are Canadian too, and Hondurans are American too, and Brazilians are American. You guys kind of forget that sometimes, don't you? It's all America. So let's get to. I was really good. And I'm gonna say this now, right? I was gonna say this for a little bit further into the show, right? And I couldn't have found a better time. Like, guys, I'm telling you right now, I couldn't have found a better time to start the show, to start the podcast. I literally started it as Aaron Judge was probably up for his last at bat for the day. If I'm not mistaken, he had seen 3 other at bats up until now. I know he had been walked once, maybe 2 runs in a walk, and 2 hits in a walk, 2 strikeouts in a walk, something like that. But I'm really glad. But also, more importantly, the very most important thing that broke a tie for the majority of this game, the Yankees were up 3-0. The bottom of the 6th, the Blue Jays knocking 3 runs. I think it was bottom of the 6th. It could have been between the 5th and the 6th. But bottom of the 6th, they knock in 3 runs. So the fact that Aaron Judge now, when he comes up to the plate, he's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to hold my chambers. And I'm going to knock this dinger out, and I'm going to pass judgment on your team. Game is now 5-3. Yankees are up by 2. It's the top of the 7th. There are 2 outs. There are 2 outs now. And there's a man on first. We just got one. We just got a ball. And who's on deck? Bader. Facing Garcia, who's on his 6th pitch of the evening. Excuse me. Let's see how this pitch goes. Nope, he kind of checks the man at first. You know what's interesting, right? Since we're talking baseball. Oh my God. Guys, you realize we are about 1 week away. It's funny that I had this down for something else. From the quartet of sports. It's really something. We're about 1 week away from the court. Actually, no, maybe that's exactly what that was for. We're 1 week away from the quartet of sports. Where at the same time, we will have basketball games on for the NBA. Granted, it's going to be preseason. We're going to have NHL games on for the NHL. Granted, it's preseason. We're going to have Major League Baseball games on for baseball. Right? And we're going to have the NFL on for football games. We're 1 week away from that old quartet. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime fan. I want you to watch these sports. We got all kinds of sorts. So, hello, my baby. Hello, my. You understand? We are 1 week. We are 1 week away from the quartet of sports. I feel like the 4 horsemen over here. To beat a man, woo! You got to beat the man. It wasn't even a stiff four. His hands was always loose. Like, It was over like, It was like, 4. I'm just happy that I got a chance to witness this. You understand? We've been tuning in for about the last month now to every single Yankees game. Just watching Judge hit dinger after dinger after dinger after dinger. We are ecstatic that we got a chance to witness it. And who's out there getting him a cup? His brethren. Juan Carlos Stanton. I feel like him and Juan Carlos became best. Did the Yankees pitcher just get hit? Did the Yankees player just get hit by a pitch, or did he duck underneath that? Ooh, nope, he ducked from it, and the ball got loose, and the runner took second base. Okay. I was really gonna come on here today and bash these punk ass pitchers in Major League Baseball. I was really gonna come out here and call them out because the way they have treated Aaron Judge lately, and we've seen this in the past. And while I've understood it as a youngster, right, when I was watching the Barry Bonds and the Sosas and the Mark McGuire's, right? Oh, we just got an error. Keep going. Keep going. When the heat starts spinning and the stomach start growling, and the teeth start showing, I'm gonna rob me a person. Keep going. We just got another run in. Keep going. So him and Juan Carlos Stanton just had a nice little cheers. Hope that's Gatorade. Hope that's full on Gatorade. He's gonna look a little flushed in the face. But I was really about to come on here and call out these pitchers. Because for about the last week or so, Aaron Judge has been pitched around. And I get it, right? In certain times, some people don't want to give up the winning or what could be the tie-breaking home run to Aaron Judge. But these are games where the Yankees may be already up. There is no, I mean, outside of just trying to win the game, period, there is no real meaning to pitching around Aaron Judge, except for you don't want to be the pitcher associated with Aaron Judge tying and breaking the record. Right? And as I'm realizing this, it also makes me realize, it also takes me back to baseball's fugazi unwritten rules, right? Which is really just rules that pitchers make up when they don't do their job. Let's call it what it is, right? When pitchers' pride gets hurt or their ego gets hurt because they are not doing their job adequately. That is a lot of these unwritten rules. You realize all of these unwritten rules, a lot of them, is like they all make the pitcher look good. Outside of the ultimate one, like, oh, don't show up a team that you're blowing out. But all the rest of them is just making the pitcher look good. Oh, I'm sorry. I smacked a home run on you. You don't like the way I threw my ball to the side. You don't like the way I went around the bases. You don't like the way I'm celebrating my accomplishments. It don't got shit to do with you. Even though, yeah, I hit your ball, but I'm celebrating my accomplishments. You're upset to the point that you want to throw a baseball at my head now. But yet, if I come at your head with a bat, I'm in the wrong. So it brought me back to that because it made me realize how super sensitive and how Twinkie filled these pitchers are. And trust me, I'm gonna start calling people Twinkies from now on. Just to let you guys know, I'm not gonna call them. I'm not gonna say they're bitch made or anything like that. No. Twinkie filled. You're soft in the middle with a yellow streak down your back. Twinkie filled. Right? You guys are soft. You're fugazi. You're basura, B. If you was an ace pitcher, you wouldn't be worried about it because you'd be striking out more people than you're giving up home runs. But the one time you give a home run, somebody celebrates, you upset? Be upset with yourself for not doing your job properly. No, except you want to take it out on somebody else. You are a sore loser. And I'm serious. You know what? I'm at the point where when pitchers purposefully beam other players after they've given up a home run, that pitcher should be no warnings, no nothing, suspended for half the season. Get that shit out of baseball. Get it out. There's no need for it. There's no space for it. There's no room for it. And I'm telling you, the only reason why that hit me so hard, because I'm realizing how all of these pitchers are pitching around Aaron Judge because they don't want to be the one to give up the home run. Well, how about having confidence in your ability? How about having pride, enough pride in yourself to be like, hey, yo, he may have gotten that home run out of me, but at least I didn't back down from him. I didn't cower away from him, because that's what you're doing. You're cowardly. You can call it strategy all you want. You're a coward. You're scared. You're fraudulent. You don't even believe in yourself. Yet you out here want us as fans to believe in you. You want the organization to believe in you and pay you hundreds of millions of dollars. Yet you don't believe in your own ability. Pitching around that man. Stop it right now. All of you guys should, and I know it's happened in the past. I know what you guys say, like, yo, pitchers have been doing this for years. It's kind of the thing. I get it, and they're all Twinkie filled. In that moment, you were softer than a Twinkie filling. And then you want to, and then when they catch the home run on you, you want to throw the ball on them. So you want to play the villain. You guys are really something. You baseball pitchers. I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to realize that you baseball pitchers are the biggest divas in sports. Bigger than wide receivers, bigger than running backs, bigger than quarterbacks, bigger than goalies. You guys are the divas of sports. You guys and all of you guys that like to incorporate these unwritten rules only when it benefits you because you're not performing the way that you should. It makes you look even weaker. You're even softer. Nobody respects that. Nobody's respecting you for hitting a pitch after they hit a home run off of you. Nobody's respecting you for pitching around a pitcher because you don't want to be associated with that person going in history. How about you be great? Instead of trying, like, because literally your job is really it's like, somebody said last week, it's a game of catch, right? And the batter's there to interrupt it. But how about you be great? How about you have the right stuff? Oh, no, I don't want to be the one he guesses off of. I'm just going to pitch around him. You're scared. You're soft. You're a bad role model. Like, how does anybody look up to you? And I'm going to go this far. How does your family look up to you knowing you do that? How do you show your face back home knowing that you're the guy that pitched around him because you were just too scared to be that guy? Because you were too scared of your own ability. You didn't have any belief in yourself. Yeah, you out here, hey guys, believe in yourself. Do it like you could be anything that you want to be. Apparently you can't because you don't even believe that. The more you know. With your fragile egos. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame. 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 Yo, somebody give me some rotten fruit. Shame. Don't think that after Aaron Judge made his they really didn't get it. But you know what though? I can see why they didn't get it. That was a beamer straight into the wall. Looked like one of the Dodgers players got it. Somebody took a picture of it. Did it get into the hand of one of the Yankees Yep, and that ball made itself over to Aaron Judge. So it didn't make it into any of the fans. It got into one of the groundskeepers one of the groundskeepers for the Blue Jays. Looked like they went ahead and they authenticated, took a picture. Looked like they caught the smack point, gave it up to one of the Yankees personnel, probably one of their ball boys or just one of their assistants or whatever, right? Equipment managers maybe even. And Aaron Judge now has the ball he hit his 61st home run with. That's what's up. Listen, that only just means that Aaron Judge is not going to be as lucky when home run number 62. Home run number 62, somebody's going to catch that. He's going to have to pay for that one. I'll tell you right now. But yo, remember the other day? It's about a week ago. We was on here talking how some kid got the home run ball and he gave it back to Aaron Judge. Didn't charge him anything. And was like, yo, bro, I just want you to come back. Like, yo, just come back. Baby, come back. Come back to me. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Listen, as you know, guys, this could be your product right here during the whole entire podcast being advertised. Just to let you know, this could be your product. You know what? The fact that we got right into baseball is actually bananas because we didn't even get into the show the way that we normally got into the show. We wasn't even going to talk about Aaron Judge until probably like the second topic of the day. So let's go ahead. Let's pull this back up a little bit, right? And let's take it up from the tippity. Oh, my people. Sing it, daddy. Sing it, daddy. Yeah. I want to hear that birthday song. You like that? I like that. You like that? I like that because, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. Check it. Because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. One more time. Ready? Because it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, we got a couple of birthday parties to start off to celebrate today, folks. And as you guys know, normally we like to start off the podcast with a little birthday party. I can get everybody in that good celebratory kind of mood. But we found something else to celebrate today as Aaron Judge hits home run number 61. And I swear I almost threw my shoulder out on one of these. Whew. Man, y'all seen Jimmy Butler? Recently? Ooh, I want you. I'm making fun of him. That's not me singing to him. Pause. Derek Jeter weighs in. Yes. See? He said the same thing to Aaron Judge's number 61. He all he said was yes. What did we say on the podcast? We didn't even see what. See? El Capitón. El Ídolo Deportivo here. Me and you's on the same wavelength. I see you. We're on the same wavelength. And not for nothing, I do have to watch El Capitón, the 30 for 30 on the Hulu joint. The Hulu joint. I've been on my Hulu's and Netflix and ESPN's docu-sports commentaries, right? Docu-series joints. We're gonna get into some of that a little bit later, right? Let's get to the birthday party. Let's get to the birthday party. Right? So I know you birthday people have been sitting here wondering, like, yo, when you gonna call my name? I know we got the notification. I know we got the blast. I want to hear my name called in the MyT Sports Podcast. Right? Folks. So what we like to do is we got to give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on the air. Because the last time we was on the air, we have birthdays for the 27th and for today, the 28th. First, on the 27th, I would like to say happy birthday to Jason Dugan. Jason Dugan, I happen to have the honor of announcing announcing him to the ring for one of his matches with Platinum Pro Wrestler. Big up to you, Jason, on your birthday, on your born day, like on your beating. Also want to say happy birthday to Katrina. I thought it was Karina. Did I write that wrong? No, it's Karina. Karina's somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, yeah, Karina is Karina is definitely somebody else. More fire. I seen you, Karina. But we ain't gonna talk about you today. It's somebody else. We ain't talking about. Yeah, it's an app gal day. This is birthday today. All right. At gal day, we'll give you our mention. Speaking of at gal, all right. Hopefully we get our special guest that we've been trying to get coming in hot. Now, I've been trying to get on the podcast for some time now. So let's see if we're able to get the lovely Nikki Dyken on the podcast. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right. Daikun. Right. So I want to say happy birthday to an army buddy of mine, Katrina, Gorilla Pimp, Burnett Bush. Right. Old army buddy of mine from Germany. Yeah, I think it was in Germany where we spent our time together. Also want to say for their birthday today, folks. Right. Actual birthday today. We have one for the Roy Burnett Jr. I get my memories crossed with DeRoy, right? I can't remember if I knew him in high school, if I knew him in the Army, if I met him exactly when I came out the Army to South Florida. But I have a feeling I knew him in the Army or even in high school. One of the two. I swear, I always like something hits me weird. Like I can never flash back to the exact point, but it's I can't remember. But I knew I was at least in Florida by then. Well, I had to have been because it was an Army, it was high school before. It was in that time frame. it's only like a 10-year time frame. Like don't get all twisted. Like it's a simple time frame to be able to. Why you putting shit in the dirt? Who's over here pitching? 92-mile-an-hour sinker. That went straight into the dirt. And we got two, and there's already 2 players on base. So it looks like there's already 2 outs. All right, and you have a player on, and you have a runner on first and on second. So a home run here or well placed hit here can get all 3 players in. My phone dead already? Oh, that's a ball. I was not prepared for that. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get you guys a little bit of ear. Yeah. Okay, let's continue with the birthday party, right? I'm also trying to make sure my phone don't die while we're doing the podcast. Like that would be catastrophic. It really wouldn't be, because that's the Instagram people, right? I just didn't expect it to die so fast. We're barely an hour into the podcast. Like I didn't even get into my first commercial, my first official commercial break yet. Like we barely did the birthday party today. Let's get that in here. All right, let's continue, right? So to Jason and to Katrina and to Duroy, right? We want to wish you all a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. Hope you enjoy everything. You got your weekend at Bernie's on, right? You regret nothing. And more importantly, you continue to stay flex on them hoes, T. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, can you do me a favor? Cut that beat. All right. Let's continue to get into the show, folks. As you guys know, we have a major topic that we talk about every single day. Give it a nice quick mention. Let's get into our mighty topic of the day. MyT. That topic will go out to one Brittany Griner. It is officially day 223 since Brittany Griner has been wrongfully incarcerated for having empty weed oil cartridge. She is currently being detained and being leveraged and being held hostage so that he can leverage her to try to free up one of Russia's illegal arms dealer. If you don't know, Brittany Griner is one of the most dominant players in the WNBA today and in history, folks. Not only is she a champion and an 8-time block leader, you're talking about a 4-time NBA first team, 3-time NBA second team, 3-time defensive first team, 3-time defensive second team. She's been defensive player of the year. She's been an all-star. She's been a scoring leader. Right, she's been a peak performer, most outstanding player. You understand? Like in college, she was MVP. She was a 3-time champion. 3-time champion there? 3-time defensive player of the year there. But also a champion in college. She was a player of the year in high school. When I tell you, Shorty has been balling. She's been a jet. It is not an overstatement. She is the 3rd woman in NBA history to dunk a ball during the game, behind Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker, who's still in the game. Candace Parker's still in the game as another one of the dominant centers in the league. Oh no, she has one of those one-of-one resumes too. So as always, that we do like to do on the podcast is that we just want to wish, send any positive thoughts and prayers, however you channel energy, right? Let's go ahead and send that positivity her way and hope that she can make a safe. And I think Speedy is beyond us now, right? Let's just hope that she can make a safe and hopefully mentally stable return home. Because I don't know if you guys have realized, she has officially been detained in a foreign country longer than your average soldier gets deployed. Deployments go in 6-month increments. Because they have to bring us back for R&R so that we don't go fucking crazy, either shoot ourselves or have one of our annoying leaders catch friendly fire. So it's been over 6 months already. She's been deployed and she's been extended. And she ain't making that extra hazardous duty pay that makes soldiers want to extend while being deployed. It's like, yeah, that's what you guys know. Those soldiers some of those soldiers that you covered so much, they'd be like, yeah, man, I went back. I wanted to go back 3-4. I went back for like a second and third tour. Man, I wanted to go back. The only reason I wanted to go back was because they wanted to get all that extra duty pay, hazardous duty pay, deployment pay, food rations, housing rations. That's the only reason we did was for the entitlements. Just to let you know. I've talked to these people, right? There's probably about 2% of soldiers that want to be deployed, extended in their deployment, because they really want to be in that foreign environment. Nah, 98% of them, and the people that you know, just if they told you something else, or they've given you some weird version of the story, the people that you know, that you talk, you're like, no, I'm not doing that. No, the people that you know personally, sorry soldiers, sorry my soldiers, sorry airmen, sorry Marines, sorry seamen, sorry you space cakes. Even though I've never had to process a space cake entitlement yet, so I'm not gonna call the space cakes out for that one. I would assume for space cakes, like a deployment for you is bare minimum 6 months. It gets 6 months just to get there. I wonder how long a space cake deployment is. I wonder if they're gonna be deploying for like 18 months at a time, because it's space. Now, even though you heard that you can go straight up to space, like if you had to drive straight up to space like at 60 miles an hour, you can get there. I think like in an hour or something, or in a couple of hours. It doesn't take super long, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard this correctly before. But you're still talking about space. If they're going to spend the resources to put a team up in space, they're going to keep them there for a while. But you got to figure, too, outside of research and development, right? How the hell are we deploying to space? So unless they found out something recently that they haven't shared with us yet, because they still don't want to make us afraid of monsters yet and extraterrestrials, then okay. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, those sort of I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's march. Let's continue marching on. All right, Brittany Griner, keep on your thoughts and prayers. Day 223. It's been over 6 months now. 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. It was 6 months. I think we're going to what, 7? 7. Just past 7. We're almost at 8 months now. Just crazy. Since February 17th, she's been wrongfully detained. So yeah, we're coming up on 8 months pretty soon. And don't you guys forget to like, share, and follow the podcast, wherever you maybe listen to the podcast at. Don't forget, if you would like to join the show, you may call in using our Podbean call-in line. That is the only acceptable method that we use to receive calls for the podcast. So if you'd like to call in, go ahead and join us through there. Let's continue, right? We have Monday Night Football. Last time we was on the show, we was watching this Monday Night Football game. I gotta put some WD-40 on this chair. Right, we was watching this Monday Night Football game, and for about 3/4 of a game, it was a good game. For 3/4 of a game, it was a really good game. Did I tell you guys don't forget to like, share, and follow? Right, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can hear that bing bong every time that we go on. Right, it was a good game. For 3/4, we're talking about either a tied game or a one possession game. Now, this game was 23-16. It was still a one possession game, but it didn't seem that close in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Giants basically their offense sputtered to a halt completely. They weren't able to start to generate any more offense, and very slowly you started seeing the Cowboys come back. Now, this was a physical game, as games between rivals should be. But you know that different regions of rivalry present different kinds of games, right? Like a game between Kansas City and the LA Chargers will look a little bit more high flying, right? You're going to see these guys test each other in the air. Right, we're talking about possibly 120 attempts in the game between both quarterbacks. I almost call them both pitchers. When it comes to divisions like the ones that the Steelers are in with the Ravens and the Cowboys and the Giants, the NFC East, you expect a different kind of game. And this was a different kind of game. This was a rivalry game. And it felt like a rivalry game. I don't remember the last time I saw both teams. And it was a decent amount, right? I don't want to say like it was super lopsided, right? But it felt like it was. It felt like they ran the ball more than they passed. Sorry, I was looking at a quick breakdown. Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, Pollard, all of the running backs showed up. All of the running backs showed up and they showed out. You saw both offenses implement the running back patience game plan. Let's just keep running. Let's just keep beating him in the head. Let's just keep beating. Now, granted, the Giants didn't have enough. That's really what it was. They didn't quite have enough to pull it off. The Cowboys are loaded. Like, there is a reason why Cowboys fans come out every single year and they beat their chest. It's a reason why every single year, especially over the last 4 years, while they have thought that they have had a chance, just a chance, every single year, and an even greater chance this year. You're talented. This team is talented. Running backs, wide receivers, defense, offensive line, corners, linebackers, safeties. Did I say quarterback, running back, wide receiver? Like this team is loaded, and you can see and you can see how loaded they are as well, just by how well they do with their backup quarterback, right? They simplify the role for the backup quarterback, and they give him the Tua assignment, which is not a bad assignment. It is probably what you want done from your young quarterback until you can develop better habits and winning habits. That them calling him Tua Pennington is not a bad thing. That means he's accurate. You've seen his accuracy so far this year. Calling him Tua Pennington, this makes him a little bit more reliable in my eyes. Wait, is Aaron Judge up for another bat? Oh, they made it around the lineup, folks. Aaron Judge up one more again. Batting .314. He's hit the 61 home runs so far, 130 RBIs. OPS is 1.123. Two outs, a man on first. Here comes the pitch. And he sends that down to the third baseline, goes straight to the shortstop, and gets it over to second base. And we have an out, and that retires this inning. And we have officially seen should officially see the last of Aaron Judge for tonight. And it's funny. I didn't notice Blue Jays fans leaving. No, you see that, right? I did not notice Blue Jays. Now, they may come back, and we may see a different thing. But I did not see Blue Jays fans leaving. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because in New York, during the home games, after Aaron Judge's last at bat, you have seen half the audience leave. You see, okay, this is bad. You seen a third, maybe a quarter. Listen, I'm gonna say a fifth, right? But that's still a lot. Even if I said, okay, for a stadium that holds 20,000 people, 4,000 people got up and left suddenly after Aaron Judge got his last up the bat. 8,000 people got up and left. Like that's kind of what's been happening. Like that stadium has been clearing out after Aaron Judge's last at bat. I didn't quite notice that I'm for the Blue Jays, but we'll see. We will see, because they'll cut back to it. They'll show it if it was big enough to and significant enough to notice. They'll show us, because it adds to Aaron Judge's star power, and I want them to show it, right? Because it adds to Aaron Judge's star power. It shows me, one, right? But also the Yankees organization that, yo, this dude, if you didn't think he was box office before, man, this dude is box office, right? We've seen it since his very first year. We see it now in year, 4 or 5? As he's challenging the home run record. Like, as humble as can be, he's a bad mamma jamma. And of course, he gives the tip of his hat directly to his parents. Him and Roger Maris. Whew. I think I'm starting to get a little sweepy. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna get this pot. You know what? Those get a little beer and that's to give me a little pick me up. So them boys, they'll come away with a win 23-16. Like I told you, that game didn't look that close in the second half. In the second half, the Giants looked inept. Like they couldn't string together two laces. It was a bad performance for them in that fourth quarter only. Now, and the reason why it doesn't look bad, it only looks bad in the fourth quarter, because that's when you truly fail to score. That's when you fail to trade to stop the Giants. That's when you fail to start matching them. That's when your downfall started. Now, you get it, right? That is going to be the difference probably between the Giants and some other teams this year. May just be on how they finish games, which is going to be a teaching and a learning experience for this team. You just kind of hope that you don't have to see them getting rid of Daniel Jones, right? We saw Daniel Jones. He was under pressure. Again, offensive line, he was under pressure. He really was, right? And you saw the Cowboys defense get into him. You saw him throw some balls away on fourth down when they decided to go for it. On third down when they decided to go for it. Interception here and there. Ooh, excuse me. So I get it. What do I get? Oh. Some Cowboys fans came away happy on that one. They did, because they not only did they get a victory over their division rival, right? They tied them for first place, because it's them. They now own the tiebreak. Excuse me, because it is the Giants, right? Who's in your division? Who was on top of the division at that time? You also own the tiebreaker ahead of them. So while both records are now 2-1, Cowboys have the tiebreaker. They beat them in the head-to-head. This performance, I think it's Chase Young. I'm gonna call him Chase Young. By the Dallas backup quarterback, is starting to draw the questions. If not in the media alone, what's going to happen when Dak returns? Not just Dak. The same question is going on in New York with Joe Flacco and Zach Wilson. Thank you. Right, so it's probably not going to be a decision that the organization is going to harp over, but it's going to be noise that they're going to have to deal with. It's going to be noise that they're going to have to hear. And I'm going to say noise is noise, but noise eventually penetrates, right? Eventually, all that talking is going to lead to penetration. There's only so long you can block that out. And that's what they're hoping it doesn't do. Because, listen, what if they are 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 by the time Dak comes back? Do you just say that, hey, we want to break up this chemistry that we've had now over the last 8 weeks to have to ease you back into playing shape, into rhythm? You probably will. They're gonna do that. They may suffer for it. They may say, you know what? If we're 8-1 when Dak comes back, that may be the perfect scenario to bring him back in, because then you can afford to lose games. Because you probably figure that the worst you'll do is go 2-2 during that time frame, and you'll accept it, and you'll risk it, and hope that risk pays off. Just get who you believe is the better quarterback. But then again, you may have to also make little changes too. Like I said, this offense was simplified, not vanilla, but simplified. Simplified to fit what the offensive coordinator believes is the ability of the backup quarterback. And I don't even think so much the ability, but the amount of time you actually had to prepare as the backup quarterback. Let's make things simple for you. Right? It's like they took it back to Dak Prescott's rookie playbook, which that rookie playbook is still good enough to say, hey, let's get the ball to our playmakers. Don't overthink it. Don't turn the ball over. Throw the ball away if you have to. Don't hold the ball longer than you need to. Don't take too many steps back than you need to. Let's get the ball in your playmakers and have them make plays. That's the reason right now they're getting paid the big bucks. You'll get paid the big bucks too if you're accurate getting the ball to them. And that doesn't matter if they're 20 yards downfield, 50 yards downfield, or 5 yards downfield. Doesn't matter at all. At some point in time, sorry, my beard was calling me. So at some point in time, that process is going to come back, and they're going to be making those choices to see exactly when he wants to come back, how they're going to bring him back, what game's going to bring him back in, what opponent they're going to make him try to bring back in, and that way it could try to be easy, right? Also, what you don't want is the motivation, the chemistry of that team to waver, right? The confidence of that team to waver, while Dak Prescott comes in and gets his rhythm and timing back. Like I said, who knows how good or bad they're going to be right now without that. I'm just saying, if they are at some point in time 8-1 without him, is it a thought? Is it a possibility? Now, sometimes, you just have to go where the money's at. And you got to figure, hey, so-and-so is getting paid XYZ amount of money. Guess what? When he comes back, he's going to be started. Because there's no way he's being paid all this money to sit around and do nothing. Because that's also the owner's way and the organization way of punishing. I ain't going to say punish you, but holding you accountable. We're like, oh, no. I just paid you all this money. You think you could just take off now? No. We're going to put you in the game. You're going to play. And if you don't show up properly, then you're going to hurt yourself on film and probably hurt yourself on the field or court as well. I find it funny how football out of Ireland, they don't give a rat's ratatouille. The Giants have who the Giants play this week coming up? I didn't even write down their next opponent. We'll talk about their next opponent on Friday, right? When we do our football picks. You guys make sure you call it that you call in a Friday show as well. We'll be on the air at around 8:07 ish on Friday evening. I had a debate with this brother today. We got a little delay. We was gonna do this podcast from Sharkies again, and with the weather the way that it is, I can survive straight up and down rain. Not so much that sideways rain, right? And I really don't want to go inside. I really don't want to go back inside again either because I don't want to. I don't want to cut off the music inside. I should wanted that vibe to stay there, but you know what? Another day. But listen, folks, don't forget. Listen, make sure you guys come out next Wednesday to Sharkies, right? Because starting next Wednesday, we will also start having one of our favorite DJs in the building, right? He will be there and he'll be performing inside, and he's gonna be performing every Wednesday there. I'm starting next week. We're gonna welcome to the Sharkies family, DJ Scepter. So, like, hey, come on, do this right. Definitely want to give him a big up. My brother, my brother, Bobby Lewis, who's currently in Bahamas right now with the IG people know what I'm talking about. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, you're gonna have to go to Instagram to be able to see what I'm talking about over here. But yeah, he's in the Bahamas right now, like getting some work in. I mean, male gigolo over there. You know what I'm saying? This is a good thing being in Florida. You can catch a cougar everywhere. Joke me, I'm Mick. So let's continue to march forward. But before we march too far forward, let's not forget of one of the major things that we are doing right here on the Mighty Sports Podcast, right? And this is going on from now until October 12th. What are we doing, you ask? It's okay though. We give her all the love. We'll give her all the love she needs. Give all the love you need. Listen, we'll get that to you from now to the end of time. Come find out. Where were we? Okay. How's the best to say this? Right. I really told myself I need to enjoy my Yankees more. I don't feel like I enjoyed them enough. Like I said, basketball, like the Nets about to play in less than a week, and I'm already excited about them. The Knicks about to play in a week. I'm out because you know, like I said, baseball is my favorite sport. They're not my favorite sport, and they just don't move me like that. But they move me enough. I gotta stop saying stuff that contradict how I know I actually feel. It's like mentally I'm telling myself one thing, but I know that the Yankees lose this game, I'm gonna be upset. Now the difference is I probably will only be upset for the night. I'll probably only be upset for the next hour after the loss when it comes to the Yankees. When it comes to the Knicks, I'm mad until their next game. And when it comes to the Jets, yeah, I'm kind of upset for like half a week. Right? At least a good half a week. I'm still not over it. I'm still not over that Jets loss. I really thought we could beat Cincinnati. But you know what, though? I could be doing a lot of homer stuff. Right? I could be wanting them to be. And not for nothing. Listen, Cincinnati did it to themselves. Cincinnati did it to themselves. What Cincinnati did is that they had a bad first game of the season. And that bad first game left in enough. See, there was already doubt if they can repeat, right? If they can catch that lightning that they had last year. There was a doubt about that. This year coming in, for them to have that bad first game, it's almost like that left the door wide open to doubt them almost every game, even against teams they should beat, because they had that one bad performance to start off the season. Just letting you know. Because now you didn't see so, because normally I'm thinking to myself, I wouldn't want to pick the Cincinnati over the Jets. And I think I even told you that. That wasn't even that was a heart pick. But even as a heart pick, I thought there was a possibility. I didn't completely write it off. I didn't think like, oh, there was no chance in hell. I didn't think we was gonna Vince McMahon walk into this situation. No. I thought we had a little Dumb and Dumber in there. I guess we had a whole lot of Dumb and Dumber in there. Oh man. As we're talking about basketball about to start real soon, right? Like I said, I'm excited. I'm super excited. And part of that excitement comes from the Knicks portion of it, right? The Knicks fan. Like I said, because if you're a team like the Lakers, and let's not go for it. Let's not stray far from home. If you're a team like the Heat and the Nets, you probably don't worry so much about preseason, because preseason is going to be more time for like your younger players. A little bit more. You're going to get some veteran playing there, but it's still going to be more time for your younger players, right? Trying to get them up to par, get them their teachable moments. For your veteran guys on your team, it's more about just getting them a little bit more in basketball shape. Just make sure they don't have no major days off and continue with a rhythm. It says the rhythm of the night, oh yeah. For Knicks fans, preseason is very meaningful. Especially if you're talking about playing your young players, because that's all you have is young players. See, teams like us, for certain players, and I won't even say in Atlanta, because they're not going to allow a lot of burn for Trae Young and oh God, I'm forgetting his name, the shooting guard they just got, Devontae Murray. And they're not gonna demand a lot of playing time from preseason. Just enough, just adequate amount of time. Right, but for those super young teams, the Orlandos, the Knicks, Detroit, you could expect a lot of playing time from their young players. Oklahoma City. Like, preseason excited for us, for you guys, for us. Because there's so many young players on the team that everything is you constantly want to see more of them. Because you know the more they play, the more developed they can be. And I want me a Mary Brown goddamn chicken sandwich. Is Mary Brown's I wish my cousin from Canada was on here. Because now I'm curious. Or even what was his name? Not JB. What was your name? SB. Brandon. You wish Brandon was like, saw Brandon was on the show, because I have a question. Is Mary anybody, right? Is Mary Brown the Popeyes of Canada? Because that low key looks like a Popeyes chicken sandwich. Like, except for the bun, maybe. That looks like a Popeyes chicken sandwich. And I'm telling you right now, what I just realized, that Popeyes chicken sandwich probably would go good with just a little sprinkle of maple syrup on that sucker. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Since we're talking basketball, right? Let's break character for a while. I mean, I'm gonna break character for it. Let's break character for a while. Let's get into the lighter side of sports. Oh, sorry, I had a moment. I really did. I had a moment a while ago. Don't at me. I know you guys seen it on my face like, yo, what the hell did he just realize? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, let's get into a little lighter side of sports. Have you seen? That's a little too light. I'm not gonna lie. That is a little too light for me. I actually do need something a little bit heavier. But you know what though? Let's switch it up. Love to see it segment of the week. Give me that shit. Love to see it. Love to see it. Run that back. I think we're gonna run that back, because you know what? I think it's gonna be a love to see it segment of the week. Love to see it segment of the week. Give me that shit. Love to see it. Love to see it. Have you guys? Well, as you guys know, right? I'm assuming that you guys consume a decent amount of social media, right? And when I say consume a decent amount of social media, I mean that you end up catching yourself on your Facebook, your TikTok, your your Twitter, and you catch yourself scrolling. It's a little bit too long, a little bit longer than you would like sometimes. I know it happens to the best of us, right? Well, I don't know the guy's name. I was about to call him Pure Shooter, but he wasn't Pure Shooter. That was Mark Cuban working out with Pure Shooter the other day. But I forget the guy's name. And I feel like he used to have a different skit back in the day. Oh, he had I likes that. Can I give you a heart? I likes that. I'll give him a thumbs up. Well, what he does now is that you catch him in clubs, right? And he will run up on a celebrity. He'll see a celebrity at the bar, and he'll go to the bartender. Hey, yo, bartender, let me get 100 bottles of Casamigos, right? 100 bottle of Remy, 100 bottles of Henny, right? Like 50 bottles of Belvy, right? Like of Douce, and put it on his tab. And it'll be T.I., it'll be 50 Cent, it'll be Rihanna, right? It'll be all these celebrities. And of course, they all check him like, nah, yo, you wildin'. Like, nah, he got this. You know who this is? Like, this is Karl Anthony Towns. Put it on his tab. Every other celebrity had been, nah, you wildin'. I mean, well, you put it on your tab. I ain't getting that. Right? He was like, and then he'd be like, yo, you got that Jamie Foxx drink back there? Put it on the tab too. He's like, you know what? You can actually get that one. That was when Jamie Foxx, he did the Jamie Foxx. Right? Well, he did it to Karl Anthony Towns. I didn't just pull out that name out of nowhere. He did it to Karl Anthony Towns. And Karl Anthony Towns goes, it was funny too, because you can see for a moment, Karl Anthony Towns about to be like, yo, you tripping. Until the guy goes, you know who this is? This is Karl Anthony Towns. Right? So and so. And you see that one, you can see that went straight to his ego. And he was like, yeah, whatever. Dude's face was priceless. Right? He looked at Karl and was like, what? Put it on. He's like, man, yeah, man. Yeah. I was like, yeah. He's like, man, the pen was good to me this summer. Not his play, right? The pen was good to him this summer. Remember, Karl Anthony Towns got himself one of those maxes over the summer. So, those 200, 300 bottles of alcohol got bought. And dude's face was like, yo, put on this tab. Seriously, put on this tab. Yo. Actually, I gotta give a big up to all parties involved. Yo. Big up. To my mans that makes the videos that does this, right? Yo, big ups to you. More like big up to you, right? Because that was some shit, right? That was a move. That was a maneuver. Woo, 101 miles an hour. Is that Chapman? Yep. He was one of those guys early on that was really using a lot of that sticky stuff. I remember one of the times when they warned him against it, and he couldn't have it anymore. He had this big ass glob on his neck, like he was trying to blend it in. Like, oh, you think they'll see this? I'm like, nah, nobody knows this. Man, he didn't even get through 2 batters before the ref was like, nah, get that out of here. So they put it in here. These pictures, they crafty. There's some crafty ones, but they're still on Twinkie field though. A lot of them on Twinkie field. But yeah, man, Karl Anthony Towns. I thought that was funny. Like, yo, big up to the dude that makes the content. Big up to Karl Anthony Towns for being like, you know what? I'm a boss. I don't give a fuck what it costs. Why? Because I'm a boss. I'm a worker. I don't give a fuck what it costs. And also big up to that waitress, right? That bartender that filled that order was like, he was like, okay, I guess we going for 300 bottles of alcohol. Can you guys wait 1 hour? Because we gonna have to make a run to the store. Yo, who's drinking all that? Yo, it must have been a reckless night. It must have just been a reckless night. Like bottles for everybody, spilled alcohol all over the place. Like, you know what I mean? You know, treated like when you have too much food at the family barbecue. Like, hey man, take a plate home with you, my brother. Hey, here, hey, y'all make sure y'all grab yourself a plate of food. I got more enough food to hang go around. Hey, don't you leave out here with no food now? Hey, you gonna need a bigger plate than that, my boy. Hey, boy, you gonna need a bigger plate than. See you now. Go and get yourself one of them plates. Can get a big one too. Right? I can only imagine exactly how they were passing out these bottles, because that was a lot. A lot. And folks, this game ends on a chopper that bounces right to Chapman, takes his time, throws it over to first. Right, almost throws it short to first. His man had to stretch almost all the way out. Right, his man throws it to first, and that is the end of the game. 8-3 Yankees. Aaron Judge hit home run number 61. He officially has tied the American League home run record, and he has about another week or so, if I'm not mistaken, right, to go ahead and finish these games up. Now, while they finish these games up, right, can I also let you guys know that I am officially, if you can hear my voice, as of September 28th, 10:30 p.m. I am marking myself safe from Hurricane Iman, or whatever it's called. Let's continue marching forward with this podcast, right? I've been I be. I was gonna imitate somebody, but I couldn't remember the line. I've been watching a lot of. I told you guys, I've been watching a lot of docu-series. I've found myself wanting to get caught up on a lot of these. Can we get that cut? Thank you. Just a little cutty cut. I've been catching myself like watching a lot of docu-series, right? Like, I'm getting caught up on them. The first one I caught myself watching recently was Legacy. That was it. It was Legacy. I started off with that. And I'm eventually going to end up watching the Derek Jeter one. I'll probably end up watching that by the end of this week. But can I tell you, watching this one, Legacy, and the other one I watched as well, right? Actually, no, I'll go ahead and just tell you right now. Tyson. Watching those docuseries, both times, I realized how emotional I was getting watching those series. Right? And they were almost for two different reasons, right? But loosely in the same reason, right? One part, same reason, kind of different reasons. At some point in my life, I have looked up to both individuals, Kobe or Mike Tyson, right? Or I've taken something from what they've done, right? Take something from what they've done, or from what they've said or their mentality, and I've applied it to a portion of, or I've applied it to my own philosophy at some point in time. Grew up loving Mike Tyson. Actually loving Mike Tyson. I think I'll talk about Mike Tyson yet. Doesn't you know? We're supposed to talk about Kobe right here now, because Legacy is the docu-series about the Lakers organization from the moment that Jerry Buss bought it, right? From the Lakers franchise, from the time that Jerry Buss bought it. It goes through Magic's era. It goes through Nick Van Axel's era, Magic's era as a head coach, Magic's AIDS era, Shaq's era, Shaq and Kobe's era, right? And also now we've gotten to the point where it's Kobe post Shaq, when he won his first championship. And I'm watching the docuseries, and a couple of parts hit me hard, right? One of the first parts I caught myself really, and I can't even say it was a specific part. The first time I caught myself really getting emotional during this docuseries is when I realized it got to the point where they're reminiscing about the Lakers' legacy, and it's Kobe's era. And everybody is talking. You get interviews and commentary from everybody except for Kobe. Everybody except for Kobe. And I was like, damn. It brought me back to remembering of when we lost Kobe. But I was just thinking, like, damn, this is a really good docuseries. This would have been phenomenal with Kobe. And it's astonishing right now. We're talking about it would have been something like a phenomenon. Something like it really would have been. Before I get into some of the not so serious stuff, right? The one part that really stabbed us. It basically punched her a hole into the faucet, right? Cost the leak. But it was when you saw after they won their first championship, and you see Kobe go and pick up Gigi, and they're celebrating. And you realize that's the picture that they're all always referencing. Not only that, but neither one of them are here. That took me for a toll when I ended up realizing like, damn, it's not going like as much as this 1 out of 8. Hold on, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar about to have his own docuseries too soon? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they did. Maybe this is a commercial advertising the. No, okay, this is for Prostate Cancer Foundation. Okay, I thought it was something that was advertised at the beginning of the basketball season, possibly. But yeah, the fact that Kobe and Gigi wasn't there, and then also this is a docuseries that's covering the Lakers, and there's no current perspective, right, from Kobe in regards to this. Now, they do a great job of getting enough Kobe sounders, enough Kobe clips, enough Kobe interviews, and tie it into the moment, into the feelings and the reaction of the time. Now, what we get now is more hindsight from those players that were involved, from the Magics to the Coopers, the Marises, right? The Rambis, Shaq, Derek Fisher, Brian Shaw. Oh man, so many greats. Big Shot Bob, Nick Van Axel, Eddie Jones. Oh man, crap! What's his name? Oh man, if you this ain't gonna go for radio, but people seeing me know Lamar Odom. There we go. Lamar Odom. There's no Kobe. Luke Walton. I mean, no Kobe, and no Andrew Bynum. That was funny to me. Okay, I'm sorry. That was funny because I don't think Andrew was gonna get any play. I don't think Phil Jackson. Also, I don't think Andrew Bynum was gonna get any burn during this docuseries. You heard me mention all of the people that I got a moment in the sunshine during this docuseries, right? But not Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum gets shitted on in this docuseries. If Kobe was here, Kobe would have shit on him. You hear the interviews about people shit on. It was interesting to see. It was really interesting to see, right? But you could tell he's not going to be making an appearance. Like I said, it was just different. It was different without Kobe. It was different without Kobe. This docuseries also was another reminder. What's going on, sis? This docuseries was also another reminder that just trying to keep myself warm, in case you're wondering, that I really need to appreciate my Yankees. It was during this one again. So I'm trying to keep myself warm. Cold. Brr. Brr. Flame on! Getting my Johnny Storm on. So, you know I could fire bend? So, I just threw up hand wielding signs for a firebender. But yeah, it was watching this series that made me realize I need to appreciate my Yankees a little bit more. Because at one point in time I sat back and I was really thinking to myself, damn, it really looks like fun being a Lakers fan. It looks like it's fun. Like, look at that. Look at all that celebrating. Look at the arena. Look at the energy. Look at their style of play. Look at the wins, the rings. And then I realized I have that with my Yankees. It's just that because at some point in time, all you think about is the chip, right? All you think about is the destination. Sometimes you don't get it, you forget to enjoy the journey. And I realized I need to start enjoying more of the journey when it comes to my Yankees. I really do. And then I realized something else. And I don't know if I said this the last time, but I'm going to say it again. Jerry Buss may be the single-handed most influential owner in the modern basketball era. And I didn't realize how influential he was, how influential the Buss family was to basketball, right? One, because they didn't always go with the conventional route, right? While 28 owners were playing safe ball, they said you can suck these balls, right? Mr. Garrison. While everybody was wearing suits and stuff, he was coming around in those little Florida shirts. You know what I mean? Those Cali, Florida palm tree shirts. When they were saying, hey, stay out of the media, he was in the Playboy Mansion every other weekend. And then eventually he just started up his own club in the forum, called the Forum. It really looked fun being a Lakers fan. And I'm looking at it and I'm realizing that, you know what? They started a lot of things. One of the first things we talked about, I think it was last week, was how, was it last week? Okay, a couple weeks ago. In the past, we talked about how they brought in the halftime show, really. They're the ones that ushered in cheerleaders as part of the halftime performance, or as part of organizations, period, in basketball. This was a football thing. And he incorporated it into basketball. And then once the Lakers girls were formed, and you had this Lakers show for halftime, everybody started doing it because they saw it was lucrative and how much the fans appreciated it. As I watch this more and more, I also realize that Jerry Buss and the Lakers may be single-handedly, not because responsible for how most owners conduct their business, as far as going after players, looking for players, or even just the overall mentality on how they run their team. I end up realizing, watching this, a lot of the rhetoric that you hear coming out of sports talking heads, right? Sports pontificators, right? A lot of it is the Buss philosophy on franchises. And anybody else that you kind of hear like using similar rhetoric is coming from them. They are the originators of this. On how to go after free agencies, the risk that you need to take, rebuilding sometimes through free agency, get in the biggest and brightest star, and understanding that in certain arenas, his words exactly, you need a star, you need a draw. It's great to have a good team. It's great to have a winning franchise. But what you need is a star and championships. They went over the year that they got Shaq. Excuse me. They went over the year they got Shaq. And in that year, I ended up remembering it because I remember after I saw all the free agents that were passing by. And you hear Jerry Buss tell his fam, listen, let's be patient on this. It's like gambling. It's like playing poker. You'll play your hand, when you have the best hand, you think you have the opportunity to win, and not a second before. Then everybody else bid against themselves. Everybody else chased. Everybody else hunt. That was the year the New York Knicks got Larry Johnson. Injured grandmama. It was good. It was a good. It was a nice pickup. Grandmama at that point in time had established himself as a national and if not an international star. Slam dunk contest, Sprite commercials, Grandmama commercials. He was Blake Griffin before Blake Griffin. And he was in Charlotte. So I wonder, so as he's going up there, that's the year that he came from Charlotte to us, right? Larry Johnson came from Charlotte to the Knicks. Vlade Divac was traded to Charlotte to free up salary cap space so that they can sign Shaq eventually to like $114 million deal. I think that was the one that made him, like, I think, the first player to score over $100 million deal. But $114 million deal. But also, more importantly, also a lot of flexibility for them to be able to also get Kobe. So get Kobe with the Vlade Divac trade because you and Charlotte are now swapping things out. Also, they give Vlade Divac to fill the salary cap space for you to get Shaq. I see they got Larry Johnson. Knicks fans. Just saying. Jerry Buss. I'm having an all new respect for the Lakers, right? Not to say that I didn't respect them. I'm having an all new level of respect for the Lakers the moment that LeBron James leaves the team, right? I have an all new level of respect for the Lakers. I honestly and I truly do. Now, as I'm watching all of these, as I'm realizing that all of these teams are emulating the Lakers, literally all, especially the Knicks, the Heat, the Nets. I guess you're a big market teams, huh? Right, but those are the ones that the most, right? And it also makes me realize why the Knicks fail. Jerry Buss was brilliant, right? And I'm growing to appreciate his brilliancy, but he was brilliant. And the reason why I say he was brilliant is because he was not just a student of basketball, which is what really helped. As an owner, he was a basketball fan and a student of basketball. He was a student of business as well, but also a student of sports and sports business. 4 separate things he learned how to master. That's what made Jerry Buss so successful. But also, probably one of the most important things than anything else, he found himself, or he surrounded himself with the best people that he could and did not skimp on that. Surrounded himself with people that he can trust, that were also smart in the game of basketball. And then he'll help teach them business. And then he'll help teach them the business of sports, as they already understood sports. Jerry Buss made sure that he had one of the best scouts of all time. And I think that
something went wrong.
It's okay, something can go wrong.
In a few seconds.
I wasn't talking to you though, but thank you. The scouting department, probably more important than anything else. You realize that the two dynasties that Phil Jackson was a part of had two of the best scouting teams in the league. That Chicago Bulls team, their scout, that GM at that time, ridiculous. It was almost as if they never missed. Great scout, great scout, great scout. Same thing with the Lakers. But they had Jerry West as a scout, and it seemed like they never missed. They did not miss a beat until Jim Buss, or which other one of those Buss boys, drafted Andrew Bynum. And it was Andrew Bynum that damn near cost the Lakers Kobe. And then they put up the steal of the century, and they got Paul Gasol from Memphis. And we knew it then. It was reinforced now. They clicked so easily because Paul Gasol's basketball IQ was off the meter. But that's also because most European players' basketball IQ is off the meter, or if not, 3 times more than the average American player's basketball IQ. It's the difference between relying on athleticism and relying on fundamentals. Relying on your body and relying on your mind and your body. Thinking the game and not just playing the game. I was really, I already finished. I ended up banging that one out, and I hope there's more episodes. I hope there's more episodes to come because I am either done or I'm caught up, and they haven't talked about Kobe's second championship yet, or his passing, or even the LeBron era, because you have to figure all of that is up for grabs. I'll have to be talked. I can't wait to see the Redeem Team one as well too. Now the one I was watching was the Tyson one, and the Tyson one I was emotional for because I really looked up to Tyson and Don King back in those days. I really did. It's still a part of me that still appreciates what particular skills they both have had that I've drawn away from them. Remember, that's because you look up to somebody doesn't mean that you have to take everything away from them. Just the part that you need to apply to your own schematics to carry you forward. The Tyson one, and it was good. I know it was the Hulu one. And I know you may look at the guy at first and you think to yourself, man, they disrespected Mike. But very quickly, he morphs into Mike. By episode 2, I was saying to myself, damn, that dude really resembles Mike. But it wasn't just that. It was the full demeanor, the facial expressions, right? The body posturing, the body language, the hand gestures, the big ass smile, the laugh. It was it all. And I haven't watched the Tyson documentary in a while. Because I probably, I consider myself, I've seen this story before. But you know what? I want to see it in this person's eye. I want to see if there's anything here I didn't know before. There's a lot of stuff in there I didn't know before. I didn't know how fucked up Mike Tyson was going into the Buster Douglas fight. I didn't know how coked out of his mind he was in the Lennox Lewis fight, the Peter McNeely fights. I didn't know Mike Tyson was running the jailhouse like that. I do remember hearing him being in solitary confinement a lot. it was funny what they wrote him off as good behavior. He just wasn't getting into any more conflicts, but because who was gonna conflict with the person with Iron Mike Tyson that is running the jail? He had TV, donuts, all kinds of stuff. Maya Angelou came and visited him. That one touched me. I was like, oh, Maya. As soon as I saw her, I was like, is that Maya Angelou? Oh, that is somebody. Like, you talking about, talking about people that you would love to meet. I don't know if she's still alive, but I would love to meet Maya Angelou. I'm sorry, I am empathing like a motherfucker. I am channeling all kinds of shit right now. That Mike Tyson one was emotional just because of how much I loved Mike Tyson growing up, and I'm watching it and I'm riding the emotional roller coasters with him. I really was. I really am. Still am. Like, you can see my face. Like, I'm touched by this one. And I watched the whole thing. It's over. Right. But it was done well. It was done well, and the way it was done. This Mike Tyson docuseries was a docuseries based off of Mike Tyson when he came back, and he started telling his story on stage. This captured that Mike Tyson reliving his life, which is weird because Mike Tyson already did that, reliving his life. And so they did a documentary of Mike Tyson doing the tour where he's on stage, reliving and telling his life story. I'm really happy to see things worked out for Mike. I really am. At night, you could perform like Mike. Anyone. Tyson, Jordan, Jackson. The three Mikes of my era. You guys had Michael Phelps. Sorry. I don't know why I did that. I fully enjoyed that one. Then what did I watch after that? I watched some show called Imperfects. That was good. That was actually good. And I think tomorrow I'm gonna start the Jeter series. And then I'll probably move into the N1 series right after that. And who knows where this journey of docuseries takes me after. But those are probably going to be my two next. I can't watch the Tom Brady one. You realize, from a fan standpoint, for somebody that enjoyed watching them and looked up to these two guys, right? Or liked them, period. I was an emotional wreck. I'll say I was an emotional wreck watching the Legacy series, especially once the Kobe part hit. That was the part that got me. Magic being announced for AIDS, that taught the heartstrings. And then realizing that Kobe, damn, I don't know why this is so hard for me every time. That Kobe is not going to be here during any of this to give his perspective. But then also, it captures the moment too. Right when Kobe became this Kobe, or the Kobe that we remember. The deep thinker, the Black Mamba, the introspective guy. Go watch both of them if you get that between two. Legacy and Tyson. You won't regret it. And I went through the whole entire roller coaster. Like the rape, the rape charge. I was like, man, this still never sat easy with me. And I think I am finally at a point where I am willing to say I think Mike may have done it. Like, seriously. And only because his victim has never ever once tried to make a dime off of this. She gave that initial interview to Barbara Walters and has not done another interview, has not done another book, has not done until now. When you finally get just stuff from her side of it. But you never fully see her. You just hear her voice finally. So, I finally got to the point where I think that he may have done that. But again, I'm learning a lot of stuff about Mike. I always thought Mike was kind of crazy, kind of lunatic. I never understood what fully drove him under the edge. And he said, like, listen, when I drink or I do coke, I want to fight you. When I'm on, when I smoke weed, I want to fuck. I think we all could relate to that, can't we? Thank you. And now we see Mike Tyson doing hands full of shrooms. Just, which I gotta find a shroom dealer still. I really do. I think I'm close. I think I'm getting close about a moment. Before we end this show today, right? Let's get into a little Monday night football, Thursday night football, right? We'll probably end the show here, and we're only gonna give you a 2-hour show today. We'll take it easy on you on Monday. Right, we got a lot of time, but I'm gonna cut it off when the podbean cuts off. Right? Or maybe I'll let the podbean cut out, and we'll just continue talking. Well, now we have Thursday night football coming up, folks, and the Thursday night game is going to be between Cincinnati and between Cincinnati and Miami. And can I tell you, this is a game I want to see. I'm also going to deem this another we're missing something there. We are missing something there. Still missing something there. It's okay. We're gonna mark this down as our go hard or go home game of the week, right? And it's early, so it's Thursday night game, so we're gonna give them that one. And only because I need to see the Dolphins take a loss. I'm sorry, I do. I live in South Florida. I'm not a Dolphins fan. I can't keep having them feeling this good about themselves. I'm sorry. I'm a hater. And I'm really just hating against them right now. Because they can't start off 4-0. They shouldn't be the better team. Cincinnati still got to work on their offensive line. You can still put pressure on. You can still get to them by rushing the quarterback. Joe Burrow holds onto the ball a little bit too long, so he's leaving himself prone for sacks. He basically kind of has the Mr. Limited syndrome, right? Where he's holding on the ball too long, but I can't say that he's able to escape the way that Russell Wilson does. And Russell Wilson's been having some ugly games this year so far. I'm telling you, we have a game coming up next week. Right? And I can't wait to play this game. Let's give you a little preview. The teams in the playoffs last year, right? The teams in the playoffs last year were the Kansas City Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals, Tennessee Titans, Buffalo Bills, the Raiders, the Patriots, and the Steelers in the AFC. In the NFC was Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Rams, Arizona, San Francisco, Philly. And by pattern, 6 of these teams ain't going to make it. 6. Tennessee turned out to be an early candidate. The Raiders may be an early candidate. New England may be an early candidate. Where's number 3 at? Seriously. Because Philly we see making it. I'm not ready to write off Tom Brady yet. Green Bay we're not ready to write off yet. Actually, I don't think we're ready to write off anybody in the NFC so far. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Rams, Arizona, San Fran, and Philly. So maybe San Fran and Arizona, maybe. But if they don't win that division or come up top, who is? The Rams again? And then who comes in there? Do we sneak in an extra team from the NFC East? So this is what I'm talking about. See, we're gonna let that one relax. We're gonna let that one fully relax. That's for next week's show. This week, we're still talking about Cincinnati versus Miami. And in Cincinnati versus Miami, folks, we're talking about Cincinnati coming into this game 2-1, Miami coming into this game 3-0. Miami has had Miami and Tua got a tongue twister. Had one of the most miraculous fourth quarter comebacks that you'll ever see in NFL history in a game that it took Tua putting up 6 touchdowns to be able to beat a Baltimore team that collapsed in the fourth quarter. Then you saw them take it up the ass, but still come away with a victory over the Bills. And now they have Cincinnati. And if I'm a Dolphins fan, I may be marking this one as a dub. Right? You feel me on this one. I mean, if you mark this down as a dub. But if I'm a Cincy fan, I'm also going the opposite way, right? You're hoping that your team can now get back on the winning track. You'll bet that your team can get back to the ways that got you to the Super Bowl, at least to the playoffs. And if you're gonna want to do that, you can't fall 2-2 here. You don't want to take this game over the Dolphins. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, they're gonna have to find that connection that they had last year, because right now it looks like teams are taking away Jamar Chase and there is nothing that Joe Burrow can do. It may be the reason on why he is sacked so much, because he is constantly waiting for plays to develop. Bad offensive line, if they're double teaming their number one and they're able to play man to man on number 2s and number 3s and number 4s and number whores and the running backs out the door, right? Then he may be sitting there patting the baby a little bit, burping the baby. What he has to learn is what some quarterbacks fail to learn sometimes. As they're sitting back there looking for the big play, sometimes you got to throw that ball away. And don't let Peyton Manning call one of your games when this is happening, because he's going to call all 48 timeouts for you. Timeout, 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 timeout. Omaha, 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 fucking ha. Yo, Peyton Manning almost busted a brain vessel twice now. Watching this poor clock management at the end of games. I really appreciate listening to Peyton Manning call games, because it makes me also realize how much I miss watching him play games. Let's get into some numbers, right? Us. We don't just pick winners. Right? We're gonna give you some of these floating numbers around here. Where we there? Because if I'm not mistaken, Cincinnati is the favorite to win this game by about 4.5 points. Yeah, I'm not going crazy on that one. Damn it. Move out the way. Yeah, they're about, let me see. Did they change the numbers? Oh, so the spread is Cincinnati's favorite about 4 points. The money line for Cincinnati is 205. And I mean for Cincinnati is minus 205, and for Miami is plus 170. Total is 47 points. We're gonna be interested to see what this attacking attack can do. These are two teams that can pass the pigskin out of the ball, the laces off of the ball. If anybody can, these two guys can. Now, while Tua may not beat you down the field for tons of yardage, he is going to constantly hunt and peck at you. He's going. When he said death by 1,000 Tuas, that's what he's going to do. Death by 1,000 Tuas or 1,000 paper cuts, whatever you want to call it. But you don't understand that philosophy. That philosophy is simple to listen. Keep taking what we get. Keep taking what they give us. Keep taking what they give us. And eventually, somebody's going to get lazy in their assignment. Somebody's going to give you an arm tackle, and then somebody's going to fall. You're going to get a good block, and you're going to break one for 45. I am going Cincy. I'm going full Cincy because I like Joe Burrow. I like Cincinnati. I think they can win this team. I believe the Dolphins have the better team. Better defense, better ingredients, better pizza, Don Shula burger. Yo, that Don Shula French onion burger. Boy, you guys need to find yourself a Shula burger and go try yourself one of those. Woof, woof. Make it go swoosh. Beef made with 100 proof. Now, if Tua's gonna play tomorrow, that's another question. We have to keep an eye on Tua when it comes to his injury report. Tua took a back and head injury. He took a head injury that he called his back so that he could continue to play. But now they are reevaluating him, and his status may get upgraded. They also doing an investigation by the Players Association to make sure that protocol was properly followed. So keep an eye out for Tua's status, because if he does not play, then Miami has no chance. But the one thing that Miami does have a chance for right now is surviving Iman. As we see that as Tampa Bay and Tom Brady are going to move to Miami and play their game down here, as they avoid the hurricane that is hitting Tallahassee, Tampa Bay, and the whole entire intercoastal or west coast of Florida. For my people up there in that area of Florida, I hope that you guys stay safe. Don't do no dumb shit. I don't need to turn on the news and hear,
caught on camera in Florida.
Florida man decided to bring an alligator with him while making a beer run. That's called reading cocaine.
I don't need to hear about you guys on the news. Florida man is already moving down. Florida man from Tampa Bay is already coming down here to Miami so they can play their games. Other teams in that area, like the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Falcons, they may make some other changes as well. We'll continue to see how this hurricane is panning out. For the people that are wondering, we're safe over here. I think one of my lawn chairs may have fell over eventually sometime today. I'm not even sure that happened. Today was actually a pretty calm day compared to the last 2 days where we've gotten nothing but 48 hours of straight rain. But it's South Florida. Like it's hurricane season. Like if there's actually no hurricane coming, we're gonna get constant rain anyway. Folks, that's my time. This is your boy, the MyT Sports Podcast. I'm the one and only again, Talent El Idolo Deportivo. And you've been listening to the MyT Sports Podcast. Don't forget to like, to share, and to follow wherever you're listening at. So that means go to YouTube, like, share, and follow. Twitch, go like, share, and follow. Twitter, like, share, and follow. Facebook, like, share, and follow. Instagram, like, share, and follow. Facebook, like, share, and follow. Go to Pandora, like, share, and follow. TuneIn Radio, like, share, and follow. Spotify, like, share, and follow. Google Podcasts, like, share, and follow. Amazon Music, like, share, and follow. If you're wondering, like, damn, that's a lot of places, T. I'm everywhere. I'm like American Express. And with that said, we're out of here. Oh, let me leave you with some wise words for today. What's some words I could use for today? Stitches get snitches. We out of here.